Rebels is the prequel to the original Star Wars trilogy and sequel to the prequel trilogy. Yeah. So in this one you follow this kid named Ezra who apparently has some force within him, and he meets up with this guy named Kanan and his crew, basically the first form of the rebels, Sabine, Zeb, Chopper, and Hera, and he's forced to go along with them because of some situation that happened before, and he's wrapped up in this adventure that he has to accompany them on, and he might just learn something deep within. Now, I was very nervous for Star Wars Rebels. I love the original Star Wars trilogy. The prequels, I only liked the third one because that was the best one. It had General Grievous, dude. You can't go wrong with General Grievous. And the Star Wars The Clone Wars cartoon show, I actually thought it was pretty good. I mean, Jar Jar was in there a lot for some reason. So, hey. But I am proud to say that Star Wars Rebels is actually pretty good. The pilot definitely makes me want to learn more about these characters as the show goes on, and what else is happening before the actual rebels get formed into a bigger organization. Ezra's pretty cool. He's basically what any kid who learns there's something deep within him would act like. He's pretty cool. I'd probably hang out with him and probably steal some stuff, but then get captured, because I'm probably not as fast, then get tortured, then watch my planet get blown up by the Death Star, and then... And Kanan is also really good. You have the sense that he is an older Jedi, and he's been around this situation before. And Hera, who basically flies the ship, she has some good stuff to her as well. Sabine, who likes to blow stuff up. I can relate to anyone who likes to blow stuff up, because who doesn't like a good explosion? Unless it's in a Michael Bay movie. Transformers! Sorry. And Chopper's basically going to be like the R2-D2, except maybe a little bit more attitude-ish. But we saw a little bit of him in the pilot, and he was pretty good. But hands down, the standout, Zeb. That guy was awesome. I mean, he's just... you want a Star Wars character like this. The guy that's really tough, he can take on anyone. He's awesome. The villain that we got introduced to, Agent Talisk, I don't know his name, I apologize. It's either Callus or Talus. One of those two. He didn't seem that threatening because he's just the ordinary, Empire commander, rebel enemy. So, until he talks to the Inquisitor, but that's via hologram, and that's like the last few seconds of the show. So, you don't really feel the fear of the Empire just yet. You only feel the fear of it because you know that Darth Vader's out there, but you haven't seen him yet. Now, this is by no stretch a great pilot. There are some things wrong with it. For one, I think this is going to be throughout the entire show. The animation is a huge step back. If you look at the animation from Clone Wars, here's an image. You can see that's the animation. But here is the animation for Rebels. If you compare it, you can see that there is some differences, and to be entirely honest, I like the one in Clone Wars way better because it looks more real than Rebels. I mean, I know animation is not supposed to be real unless it's live-action CGI hybrid, but this is not live-action CGI hybrid, this is CGI, and it just doesn't look like it's that convincing of animation. And this is a very cliched pilot. It's the traditional run-of-the-mill pilot, and I'm not saying, oh, I know it's a series, and I know that this is going to happen because they have to lead up into the series. No, literally. As soon as you watch, the first 5 minutes, you're like, okay, this is going to happen, then that's going to happen, then this, and done. And it did. It's very run-the-mill. The kid runs into these guys he doesn't know about. He's got a past of his own. They've got some stuff going on. He reluctantly has to join up with them. And then he gets captured and they have to go back for him, and then realizing they have a relationship. Then they go on one final mission together, and then when he's about to leave, he comes back. Sorry for the spoilers. Oh, and one other thing. Them Wookiees, man. Them Wookiees. I was watching them and I was like, okay, I know that all Wookiees kind of look the same, but is Chewbacca in here? But this is actually a pretty good start to the pilot, very cliched pilot, and the animation is a bit of a step back, and there is a few moments, the dialogue, whew, man, but Zeb, even though I found him really awesome, he's just standing there all alone, and then he says something. I was like, oh my god, he just said that to no one, just to himself, but he stopped, he looked over, said it out loud, in a voice like he was talking to someone. And there's no one there. Oh my god, that was hilarious. Besides the few moments of really laughable dialogue, the animation step back and the cliched plot does have some good action sequences. The stormtroopers having terrible aim is in there, so that's a plus. And the voice acting is pretty good. And it gave me what I wanted. I wanted to see a series that actually made me interested in what's going to happen, even though I kind of already know what's going to happen. So for that, I'm going to give the pilot a B. I can't wait to see where else the show can go. So if you've watched the pilot to Star Wars Rebels, leave in the comments below of what you thought of it. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.